All right, here's what I wrote for the movie.
All right, let's take a look here. Movie indicates that Jack was never normal. In the movie, Jack is always um so here we go. We can combine these in. The movie indicates that Jack was never normal and always and is always angry, is always angry and doesn't like his family. When they moved into the Overlook Hotel, his frustration being sober and being in isolation caused him to go insane. Okay, good. Um, the supernatural events there also contributed to this state of mind. Um, so we want to kind of limit like how much of the we really want to we're getting a little bit into being just a book report or movie report. So the movie indicates that Jack was never normal, is always angry, doesn't like his family. When they moved into the Overlook Hotel, his frustration being sober and being in isolation caused him to go insane. But how was that different? Like, how was it different in the book, um, or in the movie? What I don't think is maybe you've mentioned sort of the abruptness of it in the movie, if that's true.
Um, what? I heard I did not hear what you said, only I heard movie, and is that true?
That's okay. That's okay. Um, when he got the job, he was hoping that he would be able to reconnect with his family, start writing a book. The movie indicates that Jack was never normal, is always angry, and doesn't like his family.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know why they
That
did
might
that.
be, yeah, I mean, that might be enough.
Yeah, because fun fact, Stephen King doesn't like the movie and he wrote the book. And if the author doesn't like the way the movie was written, that means that it wasn't good. Because the I searched up, apparently the director of The Shining got nominated for Worst Director Award or something like that, and I was like, "Oh wow."
Well, most authors are never going to like the adaptations of their work. But
Yeah.
right, he's entitled to his opinion, and maybe he's right. Um, so we just wanted a sentences. The movie indicates that Jack was never normal, is always angry, and doesn't like his family. But this is not. We don't just say it's not consistent, but we want to say that like the book shows he actually does or was normal and did care about his wife and son. Further, and we say this here, furthermore, everything is going well until Jack, until
Until Jack is starting to go insane from being in the hotel for too long.
yeah,
Yeah.
until Jack is starting to go insane for me that's for too long and wants to murder his family. Okay, I
I
feel like
mean, I
that's a
would
good,
go insane. I would go insane too if I was in the hotel by myself and just
yeah,
like two other people. I would go insane too.
yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. So what you have, like this other stuff here, we can use in the next paragraph because the next paragraph we're going to talk about um, how much scarier the movie is, um,
All right.
and we're going to do that here. All right. So maybe we can talk first about the incident at the in the bar. Wasn't there a bar incident? And then we can talk about the supernatural incidents. You mentioned uh, the blood coming out of the elevator.
Yeah. The old lady in the bathtub, the the ghosts, and what was another supernatural thing? Oh, right, the twins. I know there were twins in The Shining.
All right, so what we want to do here, and we got to be careful again, not to be writing. We're right on the edge of being too much of a book report or a movie review. So keep in mind that what we said here is that like the movie gives a better account of the visual effects and sound. So you want to really talk about here with this bar incident or with the blood coming out of the elevator, like basically how maybe much scarier it was, or your goosebumps, or you
All
really
right,
want to like draw, I'd say, the visual stimulation. It was very traumatizing.
got it. Can I start off like the sentence as when I was watching the movie?
Yes,
Um,
but yes, and we'll modify it.
all right. Just wanting to make sure that was okay, you know? All right, here's what I wrote. I only wrote about two of them because those were the two scenes that freaked me out the most.
Okay.
Because the old lady in the bathtub, like reading it on paper, didn't freak me out. I watched the movie, I had a nightmare. Scared me so badly.
Right. So the way that you asked this earlier, like, and the answer is like, no, we don't want you to write in first person in this, but it's okay to put it in there for now. But the way you change this, you would say in the movie, there is a scene uh where blood. Now let's be more dramatic than coming out of an elevator. Like, how would you describe? Is it rushing out? Is it, is it slow trickle? Is it a waterfall of blood?
It was like a how would I describe this exactly? It wasn't like a trickle. It was like a lot of water. Like um
We want to really
maybe
dramatic, It's like you want to really like it was the
maybe a
coldest I'd.
waterfall. Yeah, maybe
Okay,
a waterfall will describe it better.
where blood was um, rushing out of the elevator. Um, uh, so, uh, this is where we can add in that the music and the visual effects um, would make anyone watching have the uh, the music and visual effects would make anyone watching uh, feel creepy. That's the right word, feel creepy, and might even give them goosebumps, something like that. Okay, in the movie, another scene in the movie that that we want to say is traumatic or like a trigger. Maybe we can say it that way. Another dramatic scene in the movie is centered on room 217. So again, you want to cut out you know, like the eyes and how I felt there. An old lady is in a bathtub. Um, Now when you say old, like how old? Like really old, elder, like death's doorstep. Like how old are we talking?
Uh I don't know. Maybe some woman in her 80s?
Okay. So we could say but so why is this scary? There's a very, very old lady in a bathtub.
Okay,
Um,
the lady was naked, the lights were on, but no one was in the room. And then she was moving on her own, like she was walking towards Danny and Jack because they both had to check the room.
yeah.
Ugh, that was creepy. Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't even want to think about it. It just makes me a shiver already. It's a
Okay. Anyone watching this would get the shivers. Okay.
yeah.
So now we have to say, like, kind of like we did in the previous paragraph, we need to say, well, what does the book do? Like the book just doesn't the book doesn't dot dot dot. Like, what does the book not do? It doesn't, you know,
It
you could
doesn't
say,
create the feeling of the shivery
okay,
type feeling because you know what's
okay,
gonna happen anyway, and you're gonna
right,
be like, oh,
right.
okay,
Okay, so go ahead and put some sentences together on that.
all right,
Is that clear?
yes.
Okay.
Here's what I wrote so far. I just want you to like check it out and see if it's good for right now.
Right. So let's take a look here. It says the book doesn't give the exact same feeling of being uncomfortable or getting shivers because there isn't any visual effects. Helps create an image of what's going on during. Okay. So we can just say, we can just shorten this up here and say that, um, but you could say the book helps to create an image of what's going on, maybe say a visual of what's going on, but lack the, I don't know, but that's really, but it's really left up, but is really left up to the reader. Um, would you say like how, I don't know, disturbing? I'm thinking about what the word is, but I
Yeah.
think what you're trying to say is that they give you some, they sort of say what's going on, but it's up to you to sort of create the visual.
Um, like,
And you can disagree. Like, don't feel like you got to just go with.
um, I don't know actually. I meant like with visual, I meant like when I'm reading, I get an understanding of what's going on, and my imagination is creative, so I'm like, okay, I know what's going on. But then when I watch it in the movie, I'm like, this was not what I had in mind. Like I was picturing something
Yeah,
else, and then
okay.
the movie shows me something more scary, and I was like, never mind, I'm wrong.
The book describes the scenes, but well, okay, but leaves the imagery or the visual, but leaves visual up to the reader. Um, I don't know, the actual, I don't know, depth of, or leaves the depth of horror up to the imagination of the reader. Okay. So I'm trying to find some more stuff where we can kind of transition. We need to transition now to the character development.
Right.
Um, it doesn't give the exact same feeling of being uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So it feels like we could talk about the old caretaker Grady. Um, so did Grady is Grady part of the horror? Who was Grady? Could you just tell me verbally?
Grady is the previous old caretaker. Basically, how do I describe this? He was one of the reasons Jack became insane because his ghost was in the hotel. Now, I'm gonna give some clarification because if I tell you like, oh, his ghost was there, you're gonna wonder, wait, how? He became insane similar in the similar way to Jack. He killed his wife and two daughters and then killed himself basically.
Okay. Uh,
And that bar scene that I mentioned before,
yeah.
Grady was the bartender and basically he made Jack go insane because, ghost powers. It's basically just a haunted hotel.
He didn't die. He killed himself, right?
Yes, he
Killed
killed himself with a
himself
gun.
in the Overlook Hotel because of insanity after killing his family. His family. The old caretaker Grady killed himself in the Overlook Hotel because of insanity after killing his family and was, would you say, the main reason or part of the reason that Jack went insane?
I think mostly part of the main reason.
And was the main reason Jack went insane. Okay. So it's not the best, but now we're going to talk about character development. So we want to talk about uh Wendy, Danny, and Dick, and more sympathy for them. Basically, we're going to talk about how like the book makes you care about them. So let me go grab some words about them. You've already done this down here. Uh, Definitely a good place to bring up the whole communication with the telepathy of Dick. So
Um,
we want to go ahead.
You want me basically to describe the telepathy between Danny and Dick?
At some point here, but you have to cover three characters, Wendy, Danny, and Dick, but all going back to Jack. Like, why was Wendy
Oh,
anxious and scared? Danny, probably mostly his creativity and his psychic abilities. Dick, and then Dick, um, he communicates with Dick to come back and help save them.
yeah. I can do that.
All right, give that a go, please.
Oh, I'm gonna start with Wendy first because her character was basically the same in a way, like
Okay,
with the anxiousness. I'm gonna start with her first because she's the easiest person to describe.
sounds good.
Okay, I so far wrote a lot for Wendy, which is good. Now I'll work on Danny.
Okay,
I
we are
just,
probably going to run out of time, but yeah, do as much as you can here, and then we'll probably have to finish this up another time. But we're really close. We're really close here
yeah.
to getting this done. Yeah, give me as much as you can here in the next 2, 3 minutes, and then I'll tell you when to send it over. All right, try to start wrapping up whatever you've got here. We'll probably need another one session to finish this.
All right, I just
Um,
sent what I have so far for Danny.
all right, good. So again, like I feel like this is moving sort of in the direction of that book report, movie review. We want to kind of tie it back to why it's better development, which I'm just going to make a note of, here. Why is this better development? And we'll answer that next time. So, all right, good job. Well done. So I will see you on Thursday at 1 and 2 o'clock, but that is going to do it for us for today. Say, say have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job today. Bye now.
Bye bye.